Hello, my dear gamers and freaking gamerettes, or rather, racers and racerettes. Today's news is about a game in a genre that I despise so much because frankly,
I suck at it. Racing.
I've tried so many times, and I mean so many times, to record a few videos playing racing games such as Forza Horizon 5, The Crew, Need for Speed, but I ended up refunding them because simply I suck at these games. Yet it's my duty as the gamers and gamerettes champion,
Self-proclaimed title, by the way.
to scour the internet and Steam in hopes of finding good games that are yet to be discovered by the gaming freaking community. And I found something. This game is made by none other than Hazardous, the famous GTA stuntman.
Not self-proclaimed, by the way. Shame on me.
And it took him 3 freaking years to make. And I'm just gonna lay it out to you guys. I was shocked. Let's play it and dive in to find out more. Apex Rush, a physics-driven arcade racing game that does 4 things to you: pump your adrenaline, enhances your reaction time, sharpens your focus, and finally results in instant hair loss. Because I tell you this with all my might and power and freaking whatever's left of my hair, this game got on my nerves. I mean, my god, every time I thought I was gonna complete a section of a level, it reminded me why I never played Trackmania in my whole freaking life. But let's not rush into things, guys. Let's start calmly with the tutorial. And first, compliment to Hazardous right away. The controls are freaking amazing. And I'm using a keyboard, by the way, which is considered forbidden in most, if not all, racing games. I can hear controller users banging on my door right now. You'll never catch me or my cats alive, you mother freakers. But seriously, the controls, they really felt nice, guys. The car turned at the precise keyboard hit. If you wanted a strong turn, you held the key. If you wanted a slight one, a light tap will do. Just from the controls, I seriously cannot believe this game is in early freaking access. But anyways, back to the tutorial. The game does a really good job in explaining how to play, from basic controls such as acceleration and turning to complex in-air controls, whether you want to flip right or left, or maybe you want to tilt backwards or sideways. It also teaches you another feature in the game which is available for a few game modes, guys. Jumping. Yep, I kid you not, you can jump in this game. There are a few modes which will require this feature, but we'll get to that later. FYI guys, this is my second recording because if I included the first one, this video would be at least 60 minutes of me restarting the level like a freaking noob. Now for the caliente part, the game modes. You've got 3 game modes. First one is your regular race against time. It has 2 stages and each stage has 18 levels for a total of 36 freaking stages of hell for you to suffer from. Secondly, drift mode, and let me tell you in advance, I hated it. Drifting in racing games is one of the reasons that made me hate the genre, mainly because, well, I sucked at it. It never really clicked with me how you had to press and release the acceleration pedal and then turn the car left and right, and then hit a freaking container after thinking you're a Tokyo Drift specialist. Anyways, drift mode has 3 stages, each having 6 levels for a total of 18 levels. And finally, you've got free roam, which has 3 stages for you to chill in, practice your drifts and turns, and mainly just relax in. I fired up my first race, and if I showed you how many times I failed it, you'd probably search for my address and spit in my face and call me an embarrassment to all racing games.
Please don't do that.
Which brings us to compliment number 2. The freaking graphics. Man, I love these graphics. They're bright, they're shiny, they're simple, yet captivating. Not too much color or complexity behind it. Think of it as a downsized Trackmania with bigger cars. And I think Hazardous nailed it here, because guys, he went against the trend of flashy and hyper-detailed games like Forza or Need for Speed. He mainly focused on the gameplay and giving the racers and racerettes out there a memorable experience. And for that, good freaking job, Hazardous. Guys, the game teaches you to try times and times again until you've memorized every turn. Every time you have to brake and accelerate, all the possible ways you could finish a level. There is no one way to victory. Bro is giving you the choice. You want to finish a level in a YOLO 360-degree style? Be my guest. You want to focus on staying on the track and finishing in a straight and boring way? Go ahead, no one's stopping you. And this flexibility reminds me of a question running in my head times and times again. Why the freak is this early release?
My goodness, Hazardous. Good freaking job, man.
So we've conquered the first level after a gazillion times and a Brazilian more attempts. But we did it. Moving on to the next level, which is a bit different from the previous one.
Duh.
The goal is still the same. Beat the time, get a medal, get some money. Now the only problem here is that this freaking nightmare requires you to press a key, if in my case, to jump. These complicated things for my tiny mind right away. Should I brake and jump? Accelerate and jump? Pull the handbrake maybe mid-air? I have no freaking idea. And times again I suffered like a kid trying to push a triangle shape through a circle. But I love the fact that it was teaching me coordination. I wasn't just having fun and suffering at the same time. I feel like I was learning with every try, which made me admire the game even more. And it also turned my eye to something. How responsive the game is. Not to your controls only, but to the physics itself. If the car lands properly, there is no spin or going left or right. If you land sideways, the car adjusts itself to continue with the flow instead of breaking it. I swear this doesn't feel like 3 years of work, it feels much longer, which impresses me even more, guys. Now I won't get into much details about my admiration for the game, as that's for later. Anyways, we're done with this hellhole and now it's time to meet Satan himself.
Freaking drifting.
Hazardous, bro, broski, my man. I mean this in the most loving and respectful way. Screw you.
Lovingly.
He just had to include drifting in this game. My freaking weakness, my Achilles heel, my broccoli. And yes, I hate my freaking veggies. You can't make me eat them. But for the racers and racerettes out there, I will endure and I will play it and I will grab a medal, even if it's made from a freaking wood. I could never understand drifting mechanics. I seriously couldn't, guys. I mean, my first crappy experience was with, if my memory serves me correctly, Need for Speed Carbon. And if you rearrange the letters in Carbon, it becomes cabron, which is a vulgar insult in Spanish, and it suits this crap mode a lot. But it doesn't mean the mode is bad. It just means I'm a freaking bad racer. Now, I truly believe if someone else, let's say a racing games enthusiast, they tried it, they would love the freaking hell out of it. I mean, believe it or not, I was actually starting to have fun once I learned drifting, and dare I say, I became good-ish in it thanks to the simplicity of it. I became more coordinated in my drifts. I knew when to press and release the acceleration pedal. I even knew how to dodge these freaking containers properly.
I became DK himself.
So, now we've explored all 3 game modes. Now let's check out the track builder, and I swear guys, I swear, this gave me building Sims vibes. I freaking adore the track builder a lot, and the variations of racetrack parts you could use are, well, everything you saw in the game. Straight roads, ramps, turns, loops, accelerators, roads with barricades, roads with outs, checkpoints, whatever you saw in your normal playthrough, it's freaking there. Now given, there is some learning curve on how you control the track parts themselves, as they require a bit of tinkering here and there before you get the hang of it. But once you do, Merry Christmas, mother freakers!
You become Bob the Builder.
And once you're done, with a simple click, you can test out the track and check what adjustments you'd like to make. And just like Ace Ventura likes to say, like a glove. And finally, we've got car customization. Almost whatever you want to do with your car visually, the ocean's your playground. Or the garage in this case. You can change the color, choosing from either standard, metallic or matte, make it brighter, make it darker, make it less saturated, it's up to you. And then you've got the body modifications, which is where the money plays in. You can choose from a different variety of parts and rims, given you've got the moolah for it. You can also adjust the car's dimensions, which includes wheel shifts and cambers. Now guys, it's not exactly Need for Speed modifications, which improves the performance of the car as well. It's mainly, cosmetic and for your eyes to see. And that's it for the game, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the brief gameplay, and as much as I wanted to play the game more, I just don't want to. Don't get me wrong, the game's really great and it's fantastic, but I'm not much of a racing games fan, as you can clearly see, so let's move on to something else. I'd like to talk about Hazardous himself and what this game could inspire people to do. I want to talk about something bigger than drifting and bigger than my fragile ego getting destroyed by a freaking jump button. I would like to talk about the man himself, Hazardous. And I don't just mean a GTA stunt guy makes racing game, I mean the actual commitment behind this. Guys, 3 freaking years. Do you understand how insane that is? 3 years is longer than most AAA studios spend pretending to give us something new before releasing the same game with a new variant of the same armor and a $70 freaking price tag. 3 years is enough time for trends to die, engines to change, GPUs to explode, and for your audience to comment
Bro fell off
under your last freaking upload. And this man said to himself, You know what? I made a challenge to create a racing game in 7 days, and now I'm gonna continue working on it. And he finished it after working countless hours and slaving himself to the mercy of his keyboard, mouse, PC not overheating, and probably 15 cans of Red Bull every freaking day. Now I want you to think about the risk here. When you're a YouTuber, your income is content, views, sponsors, upload consistency. You start adding another thing to do and possibly reduce your uploads, the algorithm starts acting like you freaking died. So imagine diverting your time, your energy, your creative focus for 3 years to build something. Steam doesn't care about your subscriber count. Players don't care about your stunt montages. If the game sucks, it sucks. And this is why I was extremely impressed and inspired, because this amazing game was developed by one freaking man. That's it.
And here's where I try to become one of those motivational gurus, so bear with me.
If a broski known for GTA stunts can sit down, learn what he doesn't know, grind for 3 years and give us an amazing and working physics racer, what excuse do the rest of aspiring game developers out there have? You don't even necessarily have to build a full game, but build something for crying out loud, because if a content creator can do it, you can too. You don't have to stay in one lane.
Yep, that was a racing pun. Deal with it.
Come on, take a risk. Develop a freaking solitaire with roguelike elements, a minesweeper with Candy Crush bonus hits, but make something and then build on it. Trust me, once you start, the ideas will freaking flow in. Will every project succeed? Of course not. Will every idea work? Keep dreaming. Will you restart level 700 times and start complaining if your life is miserable? Yes, a lot. But that's kind of the point. Apex Rush is an amazing staple for hard work and a great reminder that once you put your mind to something, the only one stopping you is you.
Reminded me of that scene in Rush Hour 3. What's your name? You. No, your name. Yes, I am you. Freaking classic.
Even though racing games bully me in every way possible, I respect the hell out of this one. Whether you're into racing or not, I think this is the kind of project worth paying attention to and taking notes from. Because if game developers start building games instead of just planning and doing nothing, we'd have a lot more new genres and new games out there. And by the way, I'm not saying this to disrespect game developers out there. Hell no, I respect the living hell out of almost all of them. I'm simply hoping to encourage them. And that, my dear gamers and gamerettes, racers and racerettes, developers and developerettes, is something worth accelerating toward.
Get it? Get it? Because it's a racing game and I wanted to make a pun and whatever, your loss. My comedy is a freaking priceless.
And guys, thank you once again for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content in the future. Take care and I'll see you in the next one.
Unana, unana.